oh my God, 70% increase in spend, 28% less conversions, 35% less conversion value. And this is the part where people will abandon.
This is where fear takes over and you let go and you go back.
This is a company that sells raw dog pet food. And it is a friend of mine from about 2 years ago. And I work with them that I just been kind of, telling the people what to do, what to press buttons on. This one was funny. This is a last kind of 8 days worth of performance compared to the previous 8 days performance, where I said, hey, we need to start spiking up spend, also kind of kill brand, also kill performance max, and just do the good old fashioned like direct response marketing, because we're not spending too much. It's about 16K a week. So it is a good amount of ad spend, but it's not like 200 grand or something. So this increased by 70%. So went from $9,400 up to 15,000 or 16,000. And we increased shopping and search all at the same time. We did a couple other things, like we updated the PLA's imagery so that it's nice and artistic looking. We got a couple more. We got results added in, so now you have a star rating across every single one of these products. Everything's looking good here.
Yep.
And we still don't have ecom prodigy fixed, so I can't run feeder strategy yet, because feeder strategy needs ecom prodigy. That's not firing right now, so I'm just scaling up direct response to get the at least some activity in there so feeder strategy can start. So I put 70% more ad spend in this last 8 days. My CPC shot up 46%. I lost $3,700 and I lost 26 conversions. I'm happy.
Okay.
Right. Like this would be the panic time, right? Oh my God, 70% increase in spend, 28% less conversions, 35% less conversion value.
Mm-hmm.
This is the part where people will abandon.
This is where fear takes over and you let go and you go back. And I think it was Patton that said, courage is fear holding on just a little bit longer.
That's great. I do have to read more. You have all the cool sayings. I make up analogies.
I have them like, there's a Rolodex back there with quotes, but some of them I got wrong. You didn't even notice, like, lead a fish to water. No, we had to call back to this. I was like, lead a fish to water. It's like, yeah, I was like, yeah, right. No, I said lead a fish to water.
I was like, wait a minute, what? It didn't even click.
My brother is notorious for screwing up all those phrases, by the way. That was sort of the joke. But anyway, go ahead.
And if anybody has ever seen Boondock Saints, he's the bartender.
Boondock Saints. By the way, I was a writer downer. I am watching that. I can't believe I haven't seen that. So, anyway.
Oh my God. Anybody here in the chat, if you've seen Boondock Saints, say like out of a 10 score, what do you thought of it? I'm just curious. All right. So let's go back to the case study. So 70% increase in ad spend. Now here's the other part. You'll notice I am not running a brand.
I've noticed that. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Pause the brand. Don't need it. No one was bidding on it.
Okay.
And so if you type in the brand name, this one here is a sponsor that's actually coming from leaving the brand, a couple keywords just enabled in one of my search campaigns. So I removed it. We're only spending about $18 a day on it. I'm like, just take it out. Don't need it. One of the reasons why is because of this. Look at the time lag. Really long sales cycle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dog. This is raw dog food.
Mm-hmm. And raw cat food. Yep.
Got it.
16 days to a conversion. So then, because there's a 16-day time lag.
That is a really good stat right there.
Uh-huh. Really good stat. There's a 16-day time lag, and I'm looking at 8 days. I am halfway through when
That's why you're not panicking.
Right. And then let's look at something else. Oh, actually, I already had it pulled up because I was already prepared for it. Let's look at not the conversion going down 27%, not the conversion value going down 34%. Let's look by time. By time is going up 3%, and the conversions are going up 8%, 9%. It's interesting. Now this is going up, and let's look at another stat, the stat that I was actually tracking, because I have two calculators pulled up here with the actual metrics. Okay. If we look inside of here, let's look at MER. Oh man, MER went down. Lost 14% revenue and 12% in sales. Doesn't matter. MER
sales.
Yeah. MER is a metric. It's a MPI. Now let's look at a couple other things. So MER went down. Dang, let's abandon ship. Well, where did MER go down?
Okay. Got it.
Nothing to do with me.
Yep.
I'm influencing here.
Right.
So MER has to be qualified. Then let's look at something else. Now let's look at the 11/28 to yesterday, which is the same 8 days, compared to the 20th and 27th, which is the exact same thing here, 28th to 5th, 2027th. The 20th to 27th, 358 new customers.
Mm-hmm.
The time period right after that, 483. That's a nice jump.
That is a very nice jump.
Look at the marketing here. Marketing channel, when you say Google, remember, I'm not running brand.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not running brand, your Google search organic has 110 new customers. Paid search is 44. 44 went up to 59, which Google didn't see, unless you look at by time, which is what the conversion campaign does not measure. They measure accrual, which I'm still 8 days away from.
Right.
But I'm seeing a by time increase from 44 to 59. But because I'm also not measuring Google organic, which is what? 90% brand, 110 went up to 150. So now when you do a percentage calculator and you look at what was cost and increase and what was the new customers, I went from $9,400 in spend up to $15,979, which is over here at $9,400 up to $15,979. My new customers went from 154 to 209, only Google attributed. Both search and organic. Nothing has to do with Meta, that kind of stuff. And I understand the Meta can bring up some, but the only thing that we did was just scale Google. This is a platform attributed NCAC went from 61 to 76, increased by $15. Okay. So NCAC increased by $15. I put in 61% more ad spend, got 41% increase in new customer revenue. Not bad. For what? Being halfway through my time lag.
Not terrible.
Right. I'm halfway through my time lag, and I'm over here saying 28% less conversions and 34% less conversion value. I'm still happy.
Because you know what the average cycle is 16 days, and you haven't even reached that average.
And what to measure. In-app and in-app CPA, in-app ROAS says we should have abandoned ship 3 days ago. This also goes back to our conversation before is, can John help? Not if I can't measure. So this part right here is a great use case where if you have a baseline understanding of the business, you will fail. You will. If you understand that the top line had 2 big offline orders and recharge subscription days that actually killed your MER, had nothing to do with you. So you can't measure MER, not right now. It's an MPI, but it's not a sole source MPI. You can't measure NCAC yet. It's still too early because the time lag is another MPI that you should measure. It's not official 15, but it is very, very good as a leading indicator. We'll tell you when you can start appropriately measuring. On a 16-day time lag, my first day of measurement is 17 days after the 28th. So you got 7, 14, 15, 16, 17. Monday, the 16th of December is when I get to say, how did this do? Because I've gone through a whole sales cycle with the new strategy of scale. I'm halfway on goal, unless you look at Google Ads, and I'm way past goal. If you look at NCAC, I'm actually only slightly less efficient. But these are subscription models too. So we're way above goal, actually. We're heavily above target. Our ceiling cap, we want to be under 120.
Okay. So that's taken into consideration as well.
Yep. And I'm at 76.45.
All right. So, well, that's a game-changing stat right there unto itself.
Yeah. NCAP.
And
but
you
if
know
you're like,
this
MER's going bad, in-app is going bad, blah, blah, blah. But we have to look elsewhere. Look at time lag and then look at NCACs too.
I mean, just on from a not to use the term raw basis, because maybe that's appropriate here. It's like a 76 NCAC on a 120 target is actually you're pretty good. Like they're not making money off that by any stretch. I have to assume.
Oh yeah, no, I think they are actually.
Are they? Like, I'm saying like net profitability.
AOV is 182.
Like what is it? Your AOV is 182. Okay,
and I'm getting the $70 NCAC, so we're probably got a couple bucks in the bank.
Yeah.
Free new customer. It's not bad.
I mean,
free new subscriber, I should say.
Yeah. I mean, if they're doing their numbers right, they're probably break even. Let's say best case scenario, 30% net. You're scooping up all that net to pay for the NCAC.
Exactly.